How many of us have used or heard the word meltdown? Meltdown seems to be a common catch-all phrase that we use often. We've used it when we're dealing with students sometimes, or some people might have felt that they've experienced it themselves. And all a meltdown is, it's a lack of resources that are creating an inability for a person to be able to move out of their problem state. So, as educators, I think it's our responsibility to provide those resources for that person to help them move out of that problem state. They can be things as simple as doing the spin technique with them, or talking about changing the submodalities as we've discussed before. Starting off with the bilateral movement. Sometimes it's about just moving, doing eye movement therapy. The tapping definitely can be a resource too. Sometimes you are the resource for that student. Just being able to have access to you, some quiet time or some space. But a lot of times when we hear the word meltdown, it's accompanied with the eye roll or the deep sigh. Here we go. Here comes a meltdown. Just remember, it's a lack of resources that person has in order to get themselves out of that problem state. So let's remember that whenever our student is having a concern or an issue, or our child, or even a fellow colleague or a person that we know. It's just a lack of resources. So let's give them those resources to help them move from that state into a better one. As a reminder, if you need a refresher on the tapping technique or the magic circle technique, go back to the other videos that I've posted. You can use them as a resource yourself, or a refresher on how to do the technique, and be sure to put them in your daily toolbox of things that you use all the time with your students or your children, so that you become proficient at it and that you can help them move on.